The House will come to order.
Today on CCX News, back in session. Lawmakers return to the state capitol with local cities from Plymouth to Brooklyn Park hopeful for state bonding dollars. The Minnesota House and Senate spent Monday laying the groundwork for the new session. Reporter Kevin Miller was at the Capitol meeting with local legislators about what comes next.
It's a busy day at the state capitol with lawmakers filtering in for the first day of the legislative session. They're excited to get back to work after a fast-paced session last year.
The Capitol was jam-packed with advocacy groups that greeted lawmakers on opening day. Those lawmakers were returning to the Capitol after a historic session with a flurry of significant bills. One of those bills was a more than $2 billion bonding deal. Senator Bonnie Westland of Plymouth said that she's not expecting a repeat of last year, but she's pushing for funding for her hometown's projects.
I am authoring a bill, and we'll work to get as much as we can for the city. But yes, I think everyone has been trying to set expectations that, we'll have to be probably pare things down a bit this year.
With less money available at the legislature this year, there may be more of a focus on policy.
This year,
Representative Samantha Vang of Brooklyn Center says she'll be looking at policies related to mental health workers.
one policy issue that I've been working on over the number of years is increasing the mental health workforce shortage. So especially like many workforce shortage issues, there's also not a lot of BIPOC providers. And so my work is looking at how can we increase the diversity and that reflects the population that it needs to serve.
Lawmakers will now have up to 120 working days to hammer out this year's bills. That gives legislators until late May to wrap up their business.
We'll keep you updated on the session in the months ahead. At the Capitol, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
Meanwhile, lawmakers returned to debate a law approved last year concerning school resource officers. DFLer Cedric Frazier of New Hope said he heard from police who say they want clear guidelines for restraining students. Many local police departments, including Brooklyn Park, Maple Grove, and Plymouth, pulled their SROs out of schools due to what they describe as uncertainties in the law. A bill authored by Frazier in the House is supposed to eliminate confusion.
We want to make sure that we hear these folks out. But more importantly, we also want to hear from our youth. Now, we're going to have these hearings. We're going to have them communicate to us what they like to see, what they believe they need in their school districts and in their buildings, and particularly with their SROs. I think that is vitally important, so we should not bypass that process. The complaint was we bypassed that process before. We should not do it now.
The law was meant to eliminate the use of certain restraints following the murder of George Floyd. In other news, New Hope police are investigating a shooting that injured one person early Sunday morning. The incident happened at an apartment building on the 8100 block of 36th Avenue North. Police located one person who was shot and required hospitalization. Police say the victim is recovering, but there's no update yet on what led to the shooting or on arrests. Police did say Sunday that they did not believe there was a danger to the public. The mystery over which company will take up space in Maple Grove's former gravel mining area has been solved. The development had been dubbed Project Libre. British arms and aerospace manufacturer BAE Systems plans to build a 248,000 square foot facility northwest of Highway 169 and Interstate 94. It's expected to employ 500 people. BAE Systems is the second major company with plans for a new campus in Maple Grove. Boston Scientific is currently constructing a 400,000 square foot campus nearby. A new Plymouth gym makes getting fit a team effort. In this week's Business Matters, an owner shares what makes his operation different.
Soft knees, perfect. Good. Get up, come on.
There's strength in numbers.
10 seconds left, guys. Keep it going.
A look inside F45 training in Plymouth confirms that.
Everyone comes here for a purpose. They maybe want to lose some weight, they want to grow some muscle, but at the end of the day, they need to be motivated.
You're doing so good! F45 stands for Functional 45 Minutes. People come in and take part in circuit-style, high-intensity interval training. Coaches motivate the class as they move from station to station. Jason Neldner owns the F45 location in Maple Grove, and this spot in Plymouth just opened over the weekend.
Can't imagine not knowing the community that we built in Maple Grove to begin with. And already you've seen it here with the size of the classes that we have and the energy and excitement of folks.
Neldner says he and his wife opened their first gym when they were looking for a change in pace. Nearly 3 years later, the spot is just one more.
So at the end of the day, you're supporting each other. You know, the workouts, I wouldn't say are easy by any means. They challenge you. It's what you put into it as well.
3, 2, 1.
Neldner says a lot of the work is thanks to the coaches. There's also something to be said for the teammates working side by side.
Probably my home away from home. I absolutely love it here. I come almost every single day. And it's hard to leave because it's just amazing group of people and the workout is fantastic. So
Allie Domeyer travels from Fridley to get her workout boost, and James Murray is a founding member. He shows up with his wife.
I think working out with people and getting encouragement in the community is perfect.
Attendees say it's a space where they can get stronger and feel good doing it.
Here you get pushed past where you do it yourself normally, so I kind of need that where I'm at.
F45 Plymouth is located just off 494 and Rockford Road. At a Plymouth brewery this past weekend, a promising sign of prosperity for the Lunar New Year. 2024 is the year of the dragon, and Luce Brewing in Plymouth celebrated the occasion with a Chinese lion dance. The custom dates back centuries. The year of the dragon promises positive change and improvement.
Want to do some changes in your life? Do it right now, because that is the year of the dragon. It's very fulfilling, and we're trying to keep it as a positive state, right? So positive flow of everything.
The event also featured a kung fu demonstration from the Golden Leopard Martial Arts Center. We'll leave you with more from that performance.
It's playoff time in girls hockey. Maple Grove is the number 2 seed in Section 5AA and played a rival in their tournament opener.
Second-seeded Maple Grove facing 7th-seeded Osseo Park Center in the 5AA quarterfinals. Crimson forward Kelsey Olson passes to Bella Shipley, who beats the goalie on the short side. Maple Grove leads 1-0 just 58 seconds into the game. Quick goal here off a face-off win by Olson, passing to Hadley Baker in front, and it's 2-0 Maple Grove. Still in the first, Lauren Lubo comes down the right wing, cuts to the middle, and puts the puck away. 4th goal of the season for the senior. Crimson would add another goal to lead 4-0 after 1. Second period, a 2-on-1 for MG. Shipley over to Olson, who nets her second goal of the night. 2 goals and 2 assists for her in the game, and it's 5-0. Osseo Park Center gets on the board here. Gabby Edlund with a rush up the wing and a great shot right under the crossbar for a goal. It's a 5-1 game. But Maple Grove closes the scoring with 2 more goals in the second, including this one from Abby Oakland. The Crimson advanced to Tuesday's semifinals with a 7-1 win.
In Section 6AA girls hockey, Wayzata earned the number 3 seed and opened up the postseason against Metro South. Chaz Moots has highlights from the Trojans' quarterfinal game.
Wayzata got bumped out of the first round of the Section 6 AA postseason last year, trying to advance to the semis this go-around. First period, Trojans on the power play. Rhiannon Lawrence dished to Noelle Noble, top shelf for the freshman defenseman. Not a bad time for Noble's first career varsity goal. Trojans up 1-0. Second period, now Ella Bond on a one-on-one against Ella Podiak. Podiak shuts it down to keep Wayzata in front. Then the Trojans are back on the power play. Noble wants another. It's deflected and in. Sophia Chalabou gets the goal. Noble picks up an assist. Clock winding down late in the third. Empty net. Olivia Hinenthal cashes in and scores her first career goal as a Trojan. Wayzata is moving on, earning a 3-0 win over Metro South. In Plymouth, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Armstrong Cooper won its first quarterfinal playoff game in 10 years last season in Section 6AA girls hockey. The Wings faced Bloomington Jefferson in this year's quarterfinals. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
4th seed Armstrong Cooper hosting 5th seed Jefferson in Section 6AA girls hockey. Off the faceoff, Jefferson goalie Chloe Golden makes a good save, but the puck stays loose and Abby Hansen puts it away for a 1-0 Wings lead through 1. Early in the second, Jana Lesch's shot is off the defenseman's stick and flutters in as the Jaguars tie the game up at 1-1. Stelle Lemieux keeps the puck in at the blue line, and Lydia College threads a wrist shot through traffic for a power play goal, and Armstrong Cooper is back in front 2-1 after 2. Early in the third, Claire Hansen's shot is off the end boards, and Taylor Frutel knocks the rebound in for a 3-1 lead. Armstrong Cooper wins at 3-2. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Hopkins boys basketball is near the top of the Lake Conference standings. The Royals had another big conference matchup on Friday. Ches Moots has the highlights.
Hopkins hoping to avenge a loss to Edina earlier this season. The Royals lost to the Hornets by 6 on the road a few weeks back. Early in the first half, some good ball movement from Edina. Waylon Erlinson swings it over to Billy DeMars for 3. Hornets in front. That lead didn't last long though. JJ Semenko step back, dials it up from distance. 3 of his 12 points. Hopkins takes the lead. Royals going to extend that lead. Davey Hart picks the pocket of Owen Kemper. That leads to a wide open lay-in for Anthony Smith III. Royals up at halftime, 34-33. Out of the break, it's Smith again, driving baseline, goes into his defender, gets a whistle, and gets it to fall. Smith led all scorers with 22 points. Hopkins was balanced across the board though. Good possession here. Some great passing. Ball ends up in the hands of a wide open cutting Tyson Moore. Jaden Moore also had a solid night, scoring 18, and the Royals get one back from Edina, winning 69-59. At Hopkins High School, Chaz Moats, CCX Sports.